I was worried last year that this interview might never happen. And that's because of probably now your super famous, blog post that said why I stopped making YouTube videos, 2007, 2014. Yeah. It read like an obituary. And me as a YouTuber, first thing I thought was, I'm so jealous, Yeah. Because, sometimes that interface and that distribution network can be its own nightmare to a certain extent. And I think about it all the time, the amount of things that we publish. And for me, 4 years ago, I was like, I'm going to do one every week. And I made this, I don't know who I promised that to, but I promised that. And I made sure it happened, like come hell or high water. And it definitely changed me as a person, and some good things about it and some not so good things about it. And the more I do and the more content, the more I get comfortable talking. But now maybe it's the more I get comfortable talking. And I know that you talked about some of the things that you were going through, where not everybody wants to talk to Elliott when he's off camera, and so all these things. I was wondering if you could just talk us a little bit about kind of what was going on with your mind there, and what had happened like the previous 7 years, and maybe talk about what's happened since. If it's okay, I just wanted to quote a couple things you said from the blog, just for people that don't know.
Sure, yeah.
Just to kind of
it'll get me going,
get them in perspective. But you said, quote, "The seasons of my life were changing, but I was too attached to my success to let go and move with nature." I think this was talking kind of before you made the decision. And then you said, "I've learned that if you are wise enough to honor the spontaneous, subconscious urgings of your heart and gut, that life will take you exactly where you need to be with very little friction. But if you deny or ignore the urgings of the heart and gut, life will meet tremendous resistance. None of this is done by logic. In fact, the logical mind has very little to do with the process. The only thing the head can do is get in the way." And that is exactly what happened to me. And you finished by saying, "I began attracting tremendous negativity toward myself, my loved ones, and my videos." I was just wondering if you could take us back to where you were at September, what's that, about 10 months ago?
That was great, by the way.
Right?
Yeah, kudos to the guy that wrote that. That describes it completely.
I was wondering how you were going to respond to me quoting you, because it is a nice piece there.
Yeah, that's really good. That's it in a nutshell. I'm going to sound crazy or great, so depending on who's listening, but God told me to. My intuition, my body, the Tao, the way, the universe. I feel, I'm a feeler, not as much a calculator, and that kind of gets me in trouble sometimes. That's why you need both. But the feeling was there, and I tried to be logical about what I was feeling, meaning like, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm at the top of my game. You don't stop, in a lot of the comments, you don't stop when you get to the top. And it was just a sense that I have to stop. And when I fought against it by continuing, I started getting injuries. When I say negativity, I was getting what I deserved because I should have stopped. And I was moving into speaking about things that I really probably had no business speaking about because I got to keep making videos, doing things for more excitement to get more people to watch my videos. I know a lot of YouTubers who end up doing that, because we're not like TV stars or movie stars that work for a season and then disappear, or make a movie and disappear. We're just like constantly pumping out content. We can't really hide and recover, so
and everything becomes game, right? I mean, the problem is that anything can become game. And well, you even started off commenting on strength and fitness, and then it became a separate channel for asking you questions about the non-related stuff, which was great. But then I always wonder, like, then when's the line? Do you bring the camera at home? Do your kids go on camera? And it's like when you're in this moment of, I got to create more content, it starts to get a little crazy.
Yeah, and you can start getting really like exuberant. Rest in peace, Greg Plitt. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he was another fitness blogger, and man, he was like, I'm not a fan of too many people in my niche, and it's for no other reason than I'm just not watching too many people, but he had my eye because he's a good-looking guy, he was entertaining, he was full of fire, and he ended up pushing the envelope, and he made a video where he was like a train chased him down, and it didn't end well.
Wow.
And I kind of took that as a sign also. It's like, how far are you going to take it? Like, this guy, you idolize this guy, you look up to him. Are you going to end up like him? Do you want to end up like him? And again, rest in peace. I saw that as one of the signs to look back up.
Right. To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonreelacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Reel, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonreelacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.